And welcome back to Who Would Win. Today's Who Would Win comes to us from Mr. Immortal, who asked the question, who would win a fight, the Silver Surfer versus Vegeta? Now, on paper, it would look like one fandom would have the, what's the best way to put it, would have the clear-cut winner, Vegeta. He is the Prince of all Saiyans. We know, thanks to going all the way up to Ultra Ego, he is on a multiversal level of power. Ki Blast, his Ultra Ego doesn't absorb damage. Well, it absorbs damage to a degree. He still takes damage, but it increases his strength the more damage he takes. He is a master martial artist, indomitable will. Absolutely. But the Silver Surfer is also a galactic to universal level threat, a being who can survive dips in black holes, has matter manipulation, access to the power cosmic, can fly across the universe in seconds. He can even fend off his former, boss, creator, let's call it. He was a herald of Galactus. So I'm just trying to figure out what that relationship you'd actually call it. Master. Let's call it Master. His former Master Galactus, although he is not stronger than Galactus, but not by a long shot. He can go toe-to-toe with the likes of individuals like Thor, Odin, Thanos, though beating is maybe a little much of a stretch for some of those guys. He is an extremely capable and powerful individual. I am simplifying these guys very much because it ultimately comes down to power when we're talking about characters like this. If Dragon Ball has proven that characters of greater, and more than one anime actually, has proven that characters of greater power, even the comics, characters of greater powers can resist or negate the effects of individuals with lower level of powers. So it really comes down to what is the level of power between Silver Surfer and Vegeta. Now, we already gone over Vegeta real quick here. Vegeta, we know pretty much there's no facts stating it, but in terms of calculable feats, all that, we know Vegeta is multiversal. He's comparable to Goku, who is well into the multiversal range. So the question is, what exactly is the Surfer's level of power? Now, Surfer's level of power has fluctuated throughout history a little bit. Level of power. Power level. The Surfer's power has fluctuated a little bit back and forth, but he's generally always been considered at very minimum on a galactic level of power. His full-on level of power, though, is like him at his peak is a little nebulous. Sometimes he's depicted as being a universal level threat. Other times he's not that big or that powerful. There is no real clear-cut answer, but again, most individuals in terms of levels of power, I find put him at like the high galactic level, if not low universal level. Sometimes even high universal level, depending on the writer. So the question now becomes, if we calc Silver Surfer up to there, which I think is fair. Silver Surfer is not a multiversal level individual, never has been a multiversal level individual, but he's been usually almost always at least a galactic to low universal. So by that logic, Vegeta should be the one to be able to beat this guy. He should be as long as Vegeta is not in base, Vegeta should get an overall win on Silver Surfer due to the logic of a lot of anime, comic books, with the whole power negating power kind of trope, if you will. Trope, that's a good word to use. Trope. Vegeta, we know, is multiversal. Silver Surfer at this highest usually is only depicted at like a low to mid universal. Now, granted, that also depends on how you define the Marvel Universe compared to the Dragon Ball Universe. Thanks to that most recent death battle with Goku, we know that they depict the Dragon Ball Universe. They initially depicted the Dragon Ball Universe at only 9 to 13 times larger, but apparently that's not the case. that Dragon Ball universe is more like 15 times universe, like our standard universe, which puts it way beyond the standard fare of most levels of power, or most levels of universes in terms of size. And the Marvel universe, while huge with its infinite multiverse, the standard universe, as far as we know, isn't that big. Like even the standard just DC universe, not the multiverse or anything like that, just the single universe that our main characters exist in, is not that big. Now, once you get into the multiverse, yeah, then it's a much larger feat and all that stuff. But we're talking about, but now we're talking about semantics in terms of arguments about universal versus universal. We're talking about simply the scope of how much power they can, output. And Vegeta wins in that regard, at least from what I know about both characters. So Silver, now again in a fight, would Vegeta be the aggressor? Probably. Vegeta is kind of a dick. We love him, but Vegeta can be a dick. And he'd probably be an aggressor in the sense that he can sense this guy's very powerful, either wants to fight him or gets him off Earth because he's threatening Bulma or Trunks, whatever. But they would clash. If the Surfer would not want to outright destroy Vegeta, which would be a problem in the fight, because the fight goes into even Super Saiyan territories, Silver Surfer's going to be having a problem, because just at that point his power is going to supersede Vegeta's. If you go into Super Saiyan Blue at all, then I think it's Goodnight Irene on that, and because again, no amount of power will be able to overpower Vegeta at that point. Vegeta's level of strength is going to be too great for Silver Surfer to overcome at that point. So I'm going to probably go with Vegeta in this fight. I think from a level of power, Vegeta is going to be able to kind of negate a lot of what Silver Surfer is going to throw at him. So, yeah, I go Vegeta in this fight. But this is just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next one. Later.